Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's me, Glody. Yeah, today we have another topics. We have another topic we're gonna talk about. I wrote it down in my book or note things so I can keep myself, within the subject and not trying to go left to right, not trying to do all those rambling and stuff like that. Today's a beautiful day. Please don't forget to like your boy, subscribe to the video of your boy. I will try to talk. I will try to be reasonable and logical when I'm talking about this subject. This subject are my opinion. Okay? I can articulate in the best way I can. If you are not understanding my point of view, you can comment and I can reply and tell you where I stand. I'm always open for a conversation. Nothing is infinite. Everything is always open for a conversation. So one of my first topic of today is one thing that they said about when Trump say something about how he wanted his generals to be like Hitler generals. So in case some of you that do not understand, Nazi Germany took over almost the majority of Europe. They took the majority of Europe. Why? Because of the tactical sound of the generals around Adolf Hitler. Tactically, they were far ahead and far superior than most people around them. And to most people, they think the reason why Nazi Germany lost was because they did not have any more personnel. If they had personnel, they would have destroyed. Who knew? If they had any more personnel, they could have, Hey, all right, I digress. The reason why I brought this to say this, like I've also already mentioned, Adolf Hitler generals were smarter than their opponent. It's only logical for any sound thinking human being to actually understand how they were thinking, how they were viewed when it comes to the tactical side. Now, killing people for no reason at all, that's wrong. You should never do that. But on the tactical side, when it comes to strictly military perspective, they were far superior than majority of the people. And the reason why they lost, because they did not have personnel. That's what I think. If you're in an infantry unit in the Marine Corps, we learned something called the Schlieffen Plan. The Schlieffen Plan was by the Germans. Most military, especially in the infantry, you learn the Schlieffen Plan. Part of the Schlieffen Plan also we call maneuver. You get Schlieffen Plan and maneuver about the same thing, but the Germans were utilizing it in a way that their people they were fighting did not understand how they were getting defeated. You see German coming and then you have another unit on the flank, they just destroy people. They were far superior. And then the technology, they were far ahead than most people. That's why I think, Trump was talking about Germany, Nazi Germany and generals, and people kind of like took it in the wrong side and all that stuff. So, and another topic I have, this may rub people the wrong way. Pete Hegseth, who's also a veteran, Bronze Star. So he says something about women in the combat. What I interpret what he said was women should not be in a job that required kicking down doors. I'll give you that I serve in the Marine Corps Infantry. Part of our job was, hey, when your body goes down, you have to either fireman carry him or you drag him. You drag the man to safety. You train that, you practice that as much as we possibly can. So a regular guy, let's say just a normal guy about 5'9", 5'9", 5'10", about like 180 or 190 in the military, because we have to weigh, to maintain 170 to 190. Okay. And if you add their gear that they carry with them, the flag, the ammo, the rifle, the water source, and they probably weigh their weight, of everything goes up to like 200 plus pounds that you have to drag or fireman carry someone. An average woman height is about between 5'4" to like 5'7", 5'6", 5'7". Do you think when a man goes down, the man weigh about almost close to like 200 plus pounds? Do you think an average woman can drag that man fast enough or fireman that man fast enough to safety? Absolutely not. It's impossible. Now, women can serve. There's other positions women can serve in the military, but what I took from Pete Hegseth was kicking down doors. When it comes to kicking down doors, that should not be women in those positions, because I believe even some men should not be in the positions. If you weigh between a certain, like if you're like 145, 150, I would say you should not be in the position to be kicking down doors, because someone can just flick you, you go. That's what I believe. Like he didn't articulate his view correctly, but that's what I think he was saying. Women in a position to kick down doors, like the infantry. I trained in the infantry unit in ITB, North Carolina, Camp Lejeune. I trained in the infantry with, there was 3 or 4 women. I think it was 2 or 1 of them quit. The other one could not meet the pull-up requirement. She could not jump over a wall with full gear. She could not drag a dummy who was weigh about 200 pounds. And she could not like overhead press like a 50 cal. So that to say that, hey, and the other one that actually was exceptional, like when we are hiking, she was rock running. We were like at maybe 70, 80% on the hike. She had to like rock run just to keep up with everybody. Even she couldn't jump over the wall with full gear because, the wall was about, high enough that, hey, some men couldn't do it. But that's what I'm saying. It's not, women cannot do the job. It's more like the requirements are not the same. If we keep the standard at a requirement the same for everybody, and whoever meets those requirements is qualified to do the job. The requirement, we need to keep the requirement the same in every level. Whoever meets the requirement qualified to do the job. And another topic. This is the person I've said in 2028. She got my vote. Does not matter. 2028. She got my vote. I'll play a clip, a video of why I think people are a little bit. Let me see if I can get it set up. Screen, the presentation, no. This lady, she's an inspirational. Okay? She's very inspirational. I love this lady. Yeah. What did I do?
Nation and the
Yeah.
nomination of other people in the national security apparatus?
It's a good question. I think President Trump has already shown how active he has been in not waiting around for day one on January 20th or 21st, but he's already leading. He's already engaging with so many of these world leaders around the world on the phone constantly. And he's showing the kind of leadership that the American people voted for.
Do you expect resistance from the inside? Because there was a lot of resistance in the first term. And how would you deal with that?
The American people delivered quite an incredible mandate for change in this election, with the popular vote and the electoral vote overwhelmingly saying, hey, we want Donald Trump as president, and we've had enough of the Harris-Biden regime. Of course, there's going to be resistance to change from the swamp in Washington. I think that's kind of the point. The American people are saying, hey, stop looking at yourselves, stop focusing on your own power, your own position, your own bank accounts. How about we have leaders in Washington who are actually looking out for the American people? And on every issue across the board, that's really what it comes down to with what President Trump is trying to accomplish is we have to make sure that our government puts the interests of the American people first.
How did you think the Biden meeting went today?
It was interesting to see.
Now, so as we have seen, there's a backlash of Tulsi Gabbard because, people in Washington DC, the media, the left media, they want someone they know, someone that can be all this political correctness and all that stuff. Tulsi Gabbard, they want to drain the swamp. We all understand the mandate and the goal and the policy that Trump want to drain the swamp, to take those corrupt politicians, making decisions. And people, oh my God, she's radical, she's this. No, she is perfect for the job. She is perfect for the job. Tulsi Gabbard, 2028. Now, this appointment President-elect Trump is making, we can sit back and watch. If they make mistakes or they do not deliver on the job, we can critique them. When it comes to next election, we can vote based on how they perform. Until then, we have to sit back and just watch how they perform. And another thing I want to address, I think I saw it on CNN, that they say something like the US military is fierce. The fierce military in the entire world. I want to say this to be very blunt. The US military has been fierce in quite some time. We all saw videos, whether it's on TikTok, on X, on YouTube, of military personnel crying because the war in Ukraine, because the war between Ukraine and Russia started. You have military personnel coming on a public platform crying how much they do not want to go to war, how much they are afraid to go to war. So in what instance can someone say, oh, the US military is fierce? No, they are not. The US military is not fierce anymore. We've seen the US military has Hegseth have said has become too woke. There's too much politics that goes on into the military. My friends and I would say 99.9% of my friends got out. Nobody re-enlisted because of the politics. Because of the politics. A lower level personnel can have great ideas of how we can execute a plan to be efficient. But because of the chain of command and the politics, they'll be like, no, we can't do that, blah, 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 blah. Most military personnel are not there to be efficient. They are there to do their job, get a promotion, and be gone. Because in case some of you don't know, a lieutenant that just coming from the academy and into the unit do not know the job. They do not know the job. They do not know how to execute the job. Okay, some of us, the enlisted that were in the position, we have to teach the lieutenant how to do their job efficiently because they don't know the job. And the lieutenant are with their unit with like 2 years, that's max, and then they rotate, go to a different, unit post. That's what they do. They just rotate. They are just doing the job, pick up the next rank, and be done. That's it. And the people in the lower level are the one that's gonna suffer and paying the consequences. That's what we need to stop. Like people think, oh, because they are higher, ranking, they know the job or they know what to know. They're not. Most people in a higher ranking, they don't know the job. They just know, hey, I have this plan. I just need people to execute. And that's it. That's what they do. They come to a plan, they give it to enlisted. Enlisted have to look at every single thing and they have to make sure that plan, to execute that plan. That's most higher ranking. Some of them know their job. They know every single person's job, but some of them don't. They are garbage. President Biden's thing, garbage. They are garbage. Like it's very hard to say. It's a very hard topic, but there's the truth. The U.S. military hasn't been fierce in quite some time, and to go back to it, we have to actually start saying what's true and what's not true. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. It's your boy restarting. Whatever topic I have, I will try to bring it up and talk and give my logical reasons and my opinion into the matter. I do not expect everybody to agree with everything I'm saying, but at least we can have a conversation. We can agree to disagree. Thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe and have a wonderful day. Be stay blessed.